Hey everybody, it's Carissa from Harbor Community Kitchen. I am here today with Tobias from the Cookin app. So I'll let him tell you a little bit more about it, but we're going to learn today about this app and how we can use it to to sell and to do some deliveries from your bookings in the kitchen. So Tobias, really great to have you here. Thank you so much for finding the time to join us and for agreeing to do this so that folks can get the information that they need to get started. And yeah, so I will stop talking and I'm going to let you tell us a bit about Cookin.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here and pleasure to be able to tell everyone about Cookin a little bit. So Cookin is actually an empowerment platform. And what we're doing is we're helping folks build out virtual storefronts that they can then sell to their customers. So you'd upload your food menu, your menu items, and you're able to direct customers to your virtual storefront that they can place orders from for you. So the best part there is that you then don't have to worry about chasing people down for e-transfers, for cash apps, trying to figure out how to figure out delivery or pickup. We streamline that all for you. And that's the tools that we built out. We have a suite of tools available. And we also help with marketing. So we will provide guidelines and help you create flyers and QR codes and all these tools, photography tips and tricks. We're there to help. So, and our chef support team live 7 days a week. We're here to help you grow your business and be able to deliver to customers.
I love it. It's very exciting. So for everyone who's watching that knows me, I found this app probably like about a year ago and I put my name on a waiting list so that I could find out more. And then Tobias reached out to me and told me all about it. And I got really excited because I had explored some of the other apps that are available and there were some limitations that didn't really fit well with what it is that we're doing. And so when I finally spoke with Tobias and some of the answers to his questions, to the questions that I asked, cleared things up for me, and some of those barriers that existed using the other apps didn't exist using this app. So that is why we're chatting with Tobias today. So I actually want to ask you, Tobias, can you tell us what is it about Cookin that is better than the other apps or different than the other apps that should get people excited?
So we're here to help the small business. That's the biggest part, right? We have a dedicated chef success team that is here to help you grow your business, create menu consultation calls, help build out your storefront. That's what we're here to do. We also don't charge the crazy percentages that the other folks do. That's the 30% that comes off your bottom line. We're not going to charge that to you. We want to help you develop your business, and we understand that as a startup, that's important, right? Every penny counts. So we want to help you do that with our rates, with our tools, with our suite of tips and tricks. Plus, we have our own engineering team, so everything is built natively, and your feedback is important to us. So if you want to help create and build tools, we're here to help you do all that stuff.
That's awesome. Thank you. I can also confirm from experience that this is true because the first time we chatted and we were talking about pricing and how does all of this work, and I had asked, do you have an annual plan? And Tobias said, but we don't have an annual plan. We do everything month to month right now. But then maybe about a month later, I got an email that said, hey, guess what? We've set up an annual plan for you. So, software development can be very quick or it can be very slow. And it felt to me as if, Cookin was in a position to really be able to make those changes. So it doesn't mean that, oh, I have this idea. Can you make this happen for me? As if, they're your own software development team. But if you have ideas, things that you think might be better, you have a problem, something like this, you can definitely reach out to them and put it on their radar so that they're aware, and they might already be aware of, of this anyway. So yes, highly excited to have you here and to be chatting about this. So I think sort of the first question is, if someone was interested in exploring what does it look like to use an app like this, what would be the path that they would take to get started?
So there's a few things that you can do. If you're really interested, you can visit. If you want to just do a quick overview, you can visit our website. It's cookin.com. There's a link in there where you can view a demo video of how everything works, or you can just email me. My email is tobias@cookin.com. That's Tobias with 2 S's, just to be difficult. Thank you so much. Or you can shoot us a text. We have a line. It's 647-932-6656. We'll attach all this stuff, obviously, in a document so you can see it. You don't have to listen to me say it. But those are the ways for you to reach out to our team, and we're happy to have a chat and walk you through it. We can book a call and I'll walk you through the platform, how the storefronts look, how everything works one-on-one. We're happy to do that.
Okay, that's amazing. I love that. So, I get set up, I set up my storefront, I add my products, um, I set my schedule. So tonight I'm going to have my Cookin store open for delivery for pickup from 6 to 9 p.m. What happens? Like, what do I need to do? I'm cooking the food, I'm doing all that stuff, but what else do I need to be doing, thinking about, looking out for?
So the biggest part there is selfless self-promotion. Shameless self-promotion is that big piece, right? You want to go out and like any other great business, marketing is key and important. So a lot of folks are selling via Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, the social media, but we'll also help you build out flyers. So as you're setting up your storefront, reach out to us ahead of time, and then we'll help you build out a flyer that has a QR code. You can hand those out to people. Our most successful chef, he's actually in Saskatoon, and he just sells birria tacos. That's all he does. He sells those from home, and all he does every day is he goes to the gym and hands out flyers. So it is that shameless self-promotion that is the biggest part. I know that's the scariest part about doing this, but it gets easier the more you do it. Trust me. I've had to speak to lots of people since we started this business. And here we are. Look at me. Shameless self-promotion.
Okay, I love that. So this is like anything else, you just get started and then you build and learn as you go. I like to tell people, perfection is the enemy of the good. So don't hold yourself back until you think everything is perfect. Build to where you have something that you can use, something where you can execute from, and then you can go back and figure out, where you need to make improvements and where you need to make changes once there's actually some action happening.
Yeah, and you can add menu items and stuff on the fly. So if you come up one day and you want to add new items, you can do that. We have a mobile app that you can build your storefront from. You don't have to do everything from the web. And you're in control. You're in full control of your business. So if you start with 3 items, that's great. And if you want to add items, you can do that, and they'll be available that same day for the customers to order.
I love that. So if I was at the kitchen and let's say I make spaghetti sauce and spaghetti, and so I've got, my Cookin app set up, and I have, spaghetti and meatballs or spaghetti and sauce available for delivery. And then I realize, oh, wow, I've actually cooked, 6 liters more of spaghetti sauce than I'm going to need today. I could decide to put those into containers and sell those as individual spaghetti sauce containers on that very day.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That's really great. So if you make a oops in the kitchen, there's like a small opportunity there for you to sort of, correct it on the fly. So yeah, that's great news. So I have everything set up. I've got my spaghetti sauce. I'm ready to go. I turn the app on, or I have my, my hours set so I become visible. Someone places an order. Now I'm in a bit of a panic. I'm nervous about this. So what happens next?
So the next thing that you'll do, as soon as someone places an order, you'll get a notification via text and a push notification from the app that says, "Hey, you have a new order. Please action it." If it's an ASAP order, the customer wants it right now, you would order the driver. What we've done there is that we've built in a 30-minute prep time. So you have 30 minutes from the time that you order the driver for them to arrive, and then it delivers to the customer when they've wanted it. All right. So that's the biggest part. It's not like the driver's just going to show up. You order the driver. If for some reason you don't get that notification, our chef success team is here to help out. We will text you, we will call you just to make sure, especially when you're first getting started, that you're comfortable, that everything's ready to go. Right? Then the driver will pick up from you and they'll deliver to your customer.
Okay. I love that. That sounds pretty straightforward for me. So when the customer's ordering, they're placing the order and they're paying for that order just like you would using any other food delivery app. And then they are then they'll get notifications that let them know sort of where their order is. What happens with the driver, with the payment to the driver, tips for the driver, those kinds of things? How does that piece work? Do I need to do anything on my end?
You don't need to do anything on your end. The one thing that you can do is you can actually set a delivery subsidy for your customers. So there's a flat delivery fee per delivery, and you can subsidize some of that so the customer doesn't feel the pinch of that, like, oh, this is expensive for delivery, you know, as compared to like any other tool does. You just set that on your back end, which also again is another great marketing tool, because then if you want to, you can offer free delivery some days, right? You want to drive some sales, you offer free delivery, you subsidize the cost of it. The tips are automatically collected on every delivery. The customers prompted to tip, and the delivery tips are split 50-50. So you get half of it, the driver gets half of it. If it's a pickup order, you get 100% of the tip. Okay. We collect all the payments on the back end through our payment processor, and then we will send you an earnings statement every week. So every week you've had sales, we will send you an earnings statement. It gives you a line-by-line breakdown of what you sold, and then we will transfer you the funds, and they're in your bank account 2 business days later.
Okay, so that part's also really good. So it's not going to take weeks or whatever in order to see that money back in your bank account. Yeah, that's also very exciting. I think just sort of, especially when folks are getting started, there is a concern always of like, for most people anyway, money is tight, and the food industry is really tight margins, on a good day. So, knowing that, you're putting things out and you're going to receive that payment, you're not waiting for, some people are, do caterings, and you have a 30-day or a 90-day or whatever it might be before you receive that check in the mail. So there's a real benefit to that. I'm also just letting people know in our kitchen, if you were in cooking for a big event, for a catering, for something like this, it's a really good opportunity for you to also be using something like this app so that you can actually be selling while you're doing this prep work. So you could come in the morning, you could say, okay, I'm doing X, for this event that's happening tonight, but I have a little bit extra. So I'm going to see if I can sell 3 or 4 plates of, whatever it may be, during the time that you're already booked and using the kitchen. So that sounds like it would work well with the Cookin app.
Absolutely. You can set you're in full control. Whatever hours you want to set, pricing, you set those. The biggest part there is, right, it's your business, so you drive those sales. And we also gather data for customers, so you can see on our back end now, which we just released a few weeks ago. Chris, so you didn't see this when we first talked, but you can see how many folks have visited your site. So the nice thing there is that you have the opportunity to see if your marketing efforts are working, right? So if you're posting on social media and you see a spike in the visits and the orders, you understand that is working, and that's something that you can repeat. You can also see when you have repeat customers. So if you have a repeat customer, you can write them a little note and say, thanks for supporting my business again, right? And you can really make that connection that is hard to do if you don't have a physical location where you're seeing people face to face.
Cool. I love all of this. I think I sort of glossed over this earlier, but in terms of the equipment that someone would need, so with some of the apps, you need to get this kind of device and this sort of, bits and pieces. What do I need today to get started using your app?
You need your cell phone. That's it. You don't need any additional tools. You can access your virtual storefront, your backend via our website, my.cookin.com, or you can download our Cookin Business Manager app. We just launched a new update yesterday that we're constantly updating and working on, and you can manage your storefront completely from there. So you don't need to get any additional equipment. You just use what you have.
I love that too. That makes it super simple. We already, have our standard tools. So if we can just go ahead and use those, that makes everything a little bit more simple. I really feel like we have answered all of the questions that I have, generally speaking. We're really here today just to have a general overview, and so that people can sort of see you and learn a little bit about what's available. So, what haven't I asked that we need to know? What's important that we're missing?
So We're built by industry folks. I was a chef for 23 years. I have a lot of experience in the back end. I've probably built 1,000 stores. So if you do sign up and you want a one-on-one store build consultation with me, we offer that, right? We will walk you through how to create your storefront. Our head of chef success, her name is Carolyn. She's amazing. She ran a catering company for 20 plus years. Our chef success assistant Jen, she was working in restaurants 15 years. We have over 63 years of restaurant experience among our team. So we're industry folks who understand the struggles that you are going through and understand what you want to do. And we're here to help you every step of the way. So you reach out to us, email, text, phone call, and we will take time to speak with you and help you build your business.
I love that. I didn't know that. And that makes everything, just because this is really such a challenging industry. And there are a lot of, just a lot of tricky things that happen that go on that outside of the industry people just generally aren't aware of. So just knowing, I think that the people who you're talking to have that background and like know what you're talking about when you're in a panic or this has happened or that's happened is really helpful. So that's really cool. Mm-hmm. I think that's about it for me. What do we do next? Like what if I want to get started right now? I think you've run through this, but like what do I do right now to start?
If you want to get started right now, you go ahead to my.cookin.com. That's my.cookin.com. We'll also add a link for that. Don't worry. You can get right in there, start building create an account, get subscribed, and get started right away. Okay, you can do that today. We are currently offering a 14-day free trial. So when you first get started, you have 14 days to build out your storefront and get going. If you have more questions, email me. It's Tobias@cookin.com. Like I mentioned, I'll happily chat with you. We can set some time aside, or you can shoot us a text at that number again, 647-932-6656, and we will happily answer any questions. Just let us know that you are reaching out to us from the kitchen, and that way we can prioritize the call as well.
Amazing. That's great news for us as well. Thank you so much. So that's really all from us today. We're really just here to give you sort of this overview and to get you kind of excited if this is an avenue that you're thinking about going down. This is in my opinion, the best tool that's available on the market for folks that are in Harbor Community Kitchen and probably others as well. If you're watching this and you're not a participant in Harbor Community Kitchen, but you are in the Kingston area, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can reach me at harborkitchen@keys.ca, and I can help you find Tobias if you need and that sort of thing. If you're in our kitchen, feel free, of course, send me an email, let me know what you think. If you have a question, if you're looking for some direction, I can help support you through this process as well. So you sort of have, the experts, and then you have me having your back and you can check this out, try it out and see how it works for you in terms of building your business. So Tobias, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it and your expertise and the information you've given us. We have some direction to move forward. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me. I look forward to speaking to everybody who is affiliated with the kitchen and beyond in the Kingston area. And like I said, any questions, please reach out. That's what we're here for.
Amazing. That's awesome. Have a great day, everyone.